All we see is the train wrecks. All we see is the people shooting up crystal meth on the street, and that's the entertainment of it. But what they don't see are those people that walk up the stairs wrecked. They walked up the stairs just a shell, and a short period later, they have their family back in their lives. There's so much hope for everyone. This is Recovery Now. All right, so I'm here with Carol Coleman, a marriage and family therapist. Hi, Carol, thanks for coming.
Hi. Hi, Mike.
And the topic today, we're talking about pain, emotional pain, physical pain, whether it be induced through drugs recreationally or through an injury or through some type of emotional harm. Well, tell me about one of the exercises that you do.
I have a format that I hand out to them, and it says 10 things that I have done to you that I regret having done, 10 things that you've done to me that I resent that you did, and 10 things that I appreciate about you. Hence, they've called it the 10, 10, and 10.
Well, in spirit of this show, we're trying to create ways for people to break through their emotional pain. And I think this is a big part of it, of the recovery process. No matter what treatment facility you're in, or if you're attending an outpatient program, or you're going to meetings, but it's a crucial part to work with that family component. You're working with a client named Heather.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, Heather came to us as an intervention from Alaska. And she has an extensive history of drug use, most recently IV drug use. But her area of pain definitely goes back to her family of origin. Her mother apparently abandoned her, so she had abandonment issues and trust issues and all that kind of thing. She lived with her father, who opted to have drug-using women in his life, and she viewed that as a choice that he made over her. So she had a lot of emotional baggage, a lot of sorrow, but she found drugs and that filled in that hole.
We have a small description of Heather and her background and where she came from and what she's about to do. After we watch that, Heather with her ex-husband will come out and they'll do, with Carol's help, the 10, 10, and 10. Heather and her ex-husband have not seen each other since then. Her ex-husband just physically arrived here a few minutes ago, and they'll be doing this for the first time. Let's hear a little bit about Heather, and then we'll go ahead with the 10, 10, and 10.
I didn't understand how my mother could have left me with my crack-addicted father. I was sure that she didn't love me. I promised that when I had a child, I was going to love them with every ounce of me and never let them go. When I was 9, I ran away, so my dad would worry and miss me. There were always drug-addicted women stealing the attention of my father. When I finally came home, my dad had no idea I was even gone. I wonder why my dad loved the drugs more than me. Drugs must have been really wonderful. When I was 10, I got high for the first time. And just like that, all the pain went away. It's not hard to choose pleasure over pain. I'll choose feeling good over feeling sad every time. By the time I was 15, I was doing cocaine, crank, and meth. And then I discovered painkillers. It not only killed the pain, it killed any emotion I had, which was exactly what I was looking for. I quit all the other drugs and only did pills, snorting morphine and OxyContin like it was candy. But after a while, even that stopped working. The only thing left was heroin. When I was 19, I shot up for the first time, and finally, in one rush, I found all the love and all the happiness I'd been chasing all my life. It was the only love I've felt in a long time until I met Travis. I fell in love with Travis, and I didn't need the dope anymore. But eventually the dope got jealous and took me back slowly. I then got pregnant. It was everything I had dreamt of. I was going to be the parent that mine never were. I wouldn't do drugs anymore. Then my baby died. I had a miscarriage. I was sure my poisoned body was what killed her, and all of the pain came crashing down on me. I counted on my old friend, Dope, to comfort me. Through all this, Travis stayed with me. Even though I was lying, cheating, and stealing, he took care of me. We got pregnant again, hoping a second chance at a daughter would keep me straight. But even the love for my unborn child was not strong enough. My addiction turned Travis against me. It made him hate me. I put him through hell, and eventually we couldn't be together, and Travis was granted custody of our daughter. I knew she was better off, but that only made the pain worse. 2 weeks ago, I read Travis's intervention letter for the first time. Dear Heather, we were together for 3 years and have a beautiful daughter, which we will be both loving for the rest of our lives, which in my mind means we need to continue to love each other and get along for the sake of Cadence. Heather, I love you, and I love some of our past experiences. With that being said, Heather, your addiction has changed you drastically. You have gone downhill with your emotions, and they are gone. You lack responsibility, meaning you're never on time, if you even show up at all. And for those reasons, we couldn't be together anymore. We have known that you have an issue with drugs from the first time I found needles with my mom at the hotel, to the needles in your car when we lived in our first house, and continuing to find your paraphernalia around our home. I know it isn't easy for you to admit you are sick, but for the sake of Cadence, we need you to get better. I understand it's your choice to do what you want, and I hope today you make the right decision, the one your family and I hope you make. Heather, every daughter needs their mother, and you are the perfect mother when you are sober. Cadence needs you to think real hard about her future, and that's why I really need you to go to treatment today. With love, Travis. After I read Travis's letter, I realized something that shocked me. I had become my father. I was the drug addict that hurt her child, and for the first time, I understood that my dad did love me after all. Maybe he loved me with all of his heart, just like I love Cadence with all of mine. But the devil had his heart, just like the devil had mine. Now that I'm sober, I've been thinking a lot about Travis and all that I've put him through. How am I ever going to face him? Travis, I regret the worry and the pain I caused you when Child Protective Services got involved in my life. All the nights I came home late, leaving you to worry and wonder where I was and what I was doing. The disappointment and the hurt I caused you when you would find needles in our home or in our vehicles when you thought I was clean. Pawning your things, spending money that you gave me for bills on drugs. When I moved back to the Valley and started using drugs again, I didn't allow you to have custody of Cadence. Not getting help sooner and leaving you with the responsibility of raising Cadence alone. Not being a better mother to our daughter. Bringing shady people to our home and around our daughter. And I regret not giving you the respect that you deserve. Okay. Travis, I resent that you don't understand my addiction, that you're able to keep your life together and raise Cadence, and I haven't been able to do that. That you blame Jasmine or other people I hang out with for my using, that you tried to be so controlling of my life, that you have a better relationship with my family than I do, that you kicked me out of the house when Cadence was first born, for not trying to get me help sooner, that you believed my lies. Every time we had a fight or you found out I was using, you would call my family. And I resent all the fights that we had that were never resolved. I appreciate that you are such a hard worker, how close you are with my family, that you are raising Cadence on your own and you're doing a really good job. All the help you've given me financially, that Cadence has everything that she needs or could possibly want, that you're able to be there to raise Cadence, that you bring Cadence around my family every chance that you get, that you stayed by my side as long as you did. And I appreciate you coming down here and being here today.
Good job, Heather. Good job. Good work.
That's one thing I always regretted being with you is all the money I invested into trying to help you out and money wasted. Wasted my time in life, you know. Could have went on to bigger, better things, but I was trying with you. I kind of feel like you led me on in life, led me to believe that you really loved me, but really it just feels like you used me, letting you get away with all your excuses. Regret being with you after you were being so irresponsible. It all led to me not really even want to ever think about you anymore. That we can never get back together. All the things you did to Cadence by bringing her with you wherever you went. The lies. All the nights I wondered where she was and where you were when you were coming home, if so, when. That you basically chose Jasmine over Cadence and I. Pawning my stuff, never being on time, not being responsible. Another thing is all the guys you wanted to run around with and take numbers and lie about it. Never coming clean about stealing my money, using drugs while pregnant with Cadence, denying it. And the last resent I have is getting social services involved in our lives. One thing that I appreciate you for is not only are you beautiful, you were always trying to do the right thing, even though you had that addiction. Your family's always been good to me. You're always fun to get to know when we first met. You introduced me to some good people. You were always good with kids when you weren't on drugs. You were pretty book smart and just help people out when you're sober.
Well, as you can see, you're both on the same page because a lot of them matched up. You noticed that, didn't you? Good job. Good work. Good work. Good work.
There is hope for everyone, and we can help. Please visit our website and watch our show. This is real. RecoveryNowTV.com. Thank you so much for coming, Travis. Thank you for doing that. That was not easy.
That was hard.
I mean, it's not. This is real. This is what recovery is about. It's real. It's not about always the fairy tale ending. You know, getting back together, hugging people. This is tough. This is real stuff. With the little contact that you've had, have you seen through her actions a little bit of a difference? Have you seen any improvements?
Yeah. Yep. She made it here.
Made it here, right? You have a little daughter.
I do.
Cadence?
Cadence, yes.
Okay. When's the last time you saw Cadence?
February 8th of this year.
There was an intervention done, and you read Travis's intervention letter, but
Yes.
but Cadence had an intervention letter as well.
Yeah, she did.
Okay, and you haven't heard that yet. So we're going to bring Cadence out, and we'll read her letter.
Oh my God. Cadence. Oh my gosh. Hi, baby. Oh my God. You're so big. You're a big girl. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I love you so much. She's getting so big.
When's the last time you saw her?
February 8th. 3 months.
It's a lot to get sober for.
It is. She's my world.
So Dad, you wrote this letter?
Yep.
You wrote it for Cadence. Do you want to read it?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Dear Mom, you've been my mom for almost 9.5 months and will be my mom forever. And for that, I will always love you. Mom, I love you when you hold me and play with me, the times you make me laugh and smile. You are the best when playing peekaboo with me or just pushing me around on my horse. But things changed when we got back to Wasilla. Mom, when you started hanging out with your old friends, you brought me into bad environments and brought indecent people around me. Now you've pulled away from our relationship because I am not allowed to be around you alone anymore. I don't know the people you always brought me around, but I don't think they're good for you and for me. Mom, I don't understand your sickness yet, but I am young, and if you continue to use, though, I will figure it out. I sure hope you don't want me to get into this type of atmosphere as I grow older. Mom, I need you to get better for me. I'm going to need your clear mind for advice when I get older. I need you to help me with makeup for prom, and ultimately, I want you to see me in my wedding dress when Dad lets me get married in 30 or 40 years. And for those reasons, I need you to get help. It was amazing.
There is hope for everyone, and we can help. Please visit our website and watch our show. This is real. RecoveryNowTV.com. Michelle, you've been so kind to come and talk with us today, and Nancy, you're a counselor.
I'm proud to say.
Okay. Michelle, you have dealt with the physical pain as well as the emotional pain. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, I had been sober for almost 5 years, and then I got into a car wreck. And I had 2 neck surgeries, and then I was off and running on pain pills and muscle relaxers.
And what was the medications you were on?
Narco and Soma.
Okay.
And then towards the end, I got into the anxiety meds, Ativan and clonazepam.
Okay. At what point do you think, when you got into the car accident, obviously you had to take these medications. These were serious, serious problems. At what point did you say, my alcoholism is coming right back? I can feel it.
It took a couple of years, but it probably after about 1.5 years, I think, it started taking over my life. I was probably taking 260 pills in 10 to 14 days. I was just in a dark room with, totally dark, with the shades drawn, with the TV, with my 3 dogs, taking pills all day long. I was just doing that to numb everything out. It was not even about the pain at that point.
Okay, so there was a shift. Mm-hmm. The physical pain went into emotional pain.
Yeah.
And we have Nancy here. Nancy's come up to be here and support you, but she's also supported you through your treatment.
Yes, she has. She's been a godsend to me.
What has it been like for you to carry her through this?
Well, she was so shattered when she came into treatment. She did a lot of heart, and I'm saying heart work. If you could see her picture when she walked into treatment, this wasn't who we saw. And when I say I'm proud to be her counselor, I mean that, and I'm very proud of her.
It takes a lot to get someone to the point where they walk in and they're dependent on 260 pills over that small period of time, to the point where they're at right now, where they're willing to come up and talk about their recovery and have bright expectations about what's in store for them back home now.
I credit Spencer and the Psych Track program, and Nancy, and all the groups that I went to, the Lifeline, everything with helping me heal, physically and emotionally. I couldn't have put it all together myself like that and become so healthy emotionally and physically.
She also did a spontaneous exercise at one point regarding a family member. And she came in and shared it with me, and she was like this, shaking, but she did it. She had the courage. And watching that growth, and I don't know if you have that letter, but I think there was something else that she might want to share. But yeah, family problems. We have family problems and we have addiction. And we did try to do 10, 10, and 10 with her daughter Morgan, and it didn't work out. And Morgan got a little upset about that, and Morgan's going to college. She was, she kind of played the mother role in that she had to kind of watch her mom at times. And so she's got her own things to deal with, and from what I heard, I think she's willing to go to some counseling herself. So
you have that letter?
Yes, I do.
Okay, because we actually have a little surprise for you. Let's see here. She can see you. Morgan?
Hi, baby.
Hi, Mom.
I love you.
I love you too.
Oh, my God.
I can't see you because you're frozen, but I can hear you.
You're frozen. Okay, so there's a little bit of a delay.
Oh, okay, now I can see.
You look so beautiful.
I don't feel beautiful. I'm tired and I had school today, but thank you.
She had a final today. How did you do on your final?
I did excellent. Thank you for asking.
No problem.
I'm so proud of you. What final did you have?
Nutrition.
She actually was trying to make it work so she could come out, but this was the next best thing. So she couldn't miss the final. We wouldn't want that to happen. So.
Oh, sweetie.
So, Morgan, we have your mom has something that she wants to read to you, and you want to read it to her?
Yeah.
You want to hug the screen?
I want to hug her so bad. I love you.
okay.
I love you too, Mom.
Okay. Here we go. To my precious baby girl, the light of my life, I'm so blessed to have a daughter like you. How I so wanted your life to be so different, and how I so wanted to be the perfect mother. When the doctor put you in my arms, you were so beautiful, precious, and innocent. I swore nothing and no one would ever hurt you, and that I would protect you at all costs. I would be like a mother lion protecting her cub, fierce, loyal, and strong. I swore you would never have to live a life like I had to endure. Little did I know I would have and should have protected you from myself. Baby girl, I am filled with so many regrets and unending guilt. The first and foremost being that you had to take care of me and that you had to have a mother like me. Because of my addictions, health problems, and suicide attempts, you had to take on the mothering role. At such a young age, what an awful and enormous role for a child to take on. I cannot express or apologize enough for how sorry I am that you had to fill that role. I also realize and regret from the bottom of my heart, because of my suicide attempts, that you have a major trust issue which has scarred your young life. I wanted so desperately to be the perfect mother, to do everything right, but my addictions and past sexual abuse turned my mothering instincts astray. God bless your father, who had to take on most of the parenting responsibilities. I credit him with helping you to become the amazing young woman you are today. And lastly, I regret how low you saw my addictions take me. It must have been horrible to see your own mother sink to that low of a bottom. Finally, I'd like to say that over the years, I think I know how bad I hurt you and how angry you are. I hope and pray one day that you can feel safe enough to express those feelings, both angry, sad, and maybe a few happy ones. I do hope you remember some of the good times. Now, as I come to the end of my treatment and look forward to coming home, I hope and wish, with my newfound sobriety, we can build a brand new relationship built on love, trust, and honesty. However, I know this will have to be on your time, not mine. And I want you to know that I will be there for you whenever or wherever you need me, because no matter what, I am your mother, and I love you more than anything, including life itself.
really know what to say.
You don't have to say anything.
Don't cry.
You don't have to take care of me anymore.
Well, your makeup's gonna run and you're on TV and that doesn't look good.
There's a touch-up girl here.
Morgan, did it help to hear that a little bit for you?
Yeah, it did a little bit.
There's still some time. We know it's, I think we're all understand how much time it takes to go back to where things were, or better than things were, but I gotta say your mom's a special person because from the get-go, she's wanted to help other people with this, and this is the miracle that we get to see, this transition. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us, and I hope that you come back after a year and celebrate your 1 year with us.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Alcohol, methamphetamines, heroin. There are many ways to get addicted. Fortunately, there are a number of ways to start recovery. Call the Intervention and Treatment Referral now.
So we have a little something for the both of you. Just kind of honor what you do for us. Okay. This one is for Recovery Now, Helping Others to Shine. Carol Ann Coleman, 27 years of service, spreading hope to people in recovery.
Oh, wow.
Thank you for your work.
Thank you. Wow. Oh, thank you. This is for you.
There's another one too. Recovery Now, Helping Others Shine. Nancy J. Wilson, 18 years of service, spreading hope to people in recovery. And there's a star because you call people your star.
Yeah.
I do. They are my stars. Oh. And I see some of our stars out here. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
what an honor.
Surprise.
Wow.
Thank you. Again.
My husband gets all the awards in the family. Now I have one. This is great.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming. This is all real. This is recovery. This is how it works. We enjoy being in recovery. I'm glad to be sober. Thank you all for coming, and this is Recovery Now.